Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Helzie here from slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I'm playing with the Fond of Autumn photopolymer stamp set to make a 5-minute card. I have done so many cards with this stamp set. It's in the autumn winter catalogue and it is going retired. So if you haven't got it, pick it up now from my website because it is such a beautiful set. I think this is probably the set I've used the most from that catalogue. I've just really enjoyed playing with it and it colours beautifully. For the purpose of today's card, I'm not going to be colouring it in because I just want to do a very quick 5-minute card. So instead I'm going to use the big design piece and I'm going to pop it straight across the middle of the card. Just like that. And then I'm going to push the card off the side and I'm going to do the sentiment and a little bit of a design piece. So I'm just going to grab some scrap basic white and I'm going to stamp both the flower and the sentiment from this set. The flower is really beautiful and it matches the flowers on the main background piece, so you can just do it and make it look like it's popped up. The sentiment I've used for this one is thank you, and it's in a really lovely scroll font which I just think's fun. So I'm going to fussy cut the flower out to add onto my card, and I'm also going to cut the thank you into a banner section. I do this an awful lot on my channel. It's one of my favourite things to do with sentiments because it's just a very quick and easy way of popping it up, and it normally fits really well with my 5-minute cards because I don't have time to die cut and punch and everything else. You might think I might not have time to do fussy cutting, but I always manage to fit a bit of that in. I love fussy cutting. And my main tip for you, if you are fussy cutting, is to use the lower part of the scissors. If you use the top part, it gets just a bit jagged, and the lower part will give you a much smoother cut. So I've just popped this into my little mini guillotine just because I want it perfectly straight. And I'm not really bothering much this side because once I've adhered it to the card, I'll cut it down where I want it. But on the right hand side, this is where I'm going to do my banner flag. So you just cut a little bit in the middle and then you cut from each corner to meet the middle bit to create your banner. I know it looks off centre at the moment, but once I've stuck it to the card, I will then be able to, if you just have a look now, I'm going to position it. I'll then be able to push it to the left as far as I want and work out where I want to cut the rest off to. And I'm going to pop the flower on top. I decided I wanted some colour added to this, and one of the colours I definitely haven't used with this stamp set is purple. So I'm coming in with fresh freesia and I'm going to use my blending brush and I'm just going to add as much colour as possible to here. And the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the colour is darker down the bottom right as opposed to the top left. And I'm going to go over it quite a bit to get a really bright colour down the bottom and then ombre it up so it's lighter towards the top. I'm not going far outside the lines. I'm not going to add any colour to the rest of the card. I'm just trying to apply it onto the image section. And I'm just going over and over. Because it's a light colour, I'm not stamping it off first. So normally when I use my blending brushes, because I know it can create sort of a mess on the card if you go straight to the card, I will give it just a slight little tap or circular rub on a scrap piece of paper. I haven't in this one. I've just gone straight onto the card to build that colour up at the bottom. And then once I'm happy with the effect, and you can see it's quite a bit darker down the bottom, but that's exactly what I wanted, I'm then going to adhere my bits and pieces onto this card. So this is where you can see where I'm going with the sentiment. I'm sticking a foam piece, so I just had a bit left over from another project, so I'm just sticking that on there. Then I'm going to stick it down on the card, and then I'm going to chop the edge bit off, okay, because it won't be needed, but I just wanted to make sure that the card was, it was in the right place. I'd rather have a little bit more than a little bit less any day, because you can always rectify a little bit more. I'm going to stick this onto my card base and then I'm going to apply my flower. So I'm going to pop a dimensional onto my flower as well and stick that down next to the sentiment so it looks like it's all the same level. And then finally I'm going to bring in some of the glittery opal dots, love these, and add 3 of them around my project just to give it a bit of texture and dimension. And then that is my 5-minute card finished. I really do enjoy these series because it's just fun to just play with a card quite simply, and look how beautiful you can make it in such a short period of time. Thanks for joining me today. Everything is available from my store, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon.
I hope you've enjoyed today's project. All items that I have used on this video are available to purchase from my store, www.slimandstylish.stampingup.net. Alternatively, if you would like a copy of our catalogues, please send me an email to slimandstylish@live.co.uk or leave me a comment below and I'll get in touch with you. I upload regular content to this channel, so if you do enjoy watching my tutorials, please make sure that you have subscribed and rang the bell to get notifications when new videos go live. Thank you for joining me and have a lovely day.